It's official. The first ever face-off between Devin the Dream Haney and Regis Prograis, a.k.a. Rougarou. Let me just tell you this. Devin Haney looks a lot bigger than some of you may think. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Subscribe to the channel. It's free. They're doing a press tour for the much anticipated fight between Devin Haney and WBC champion Regis Prograis. They kicked it off in San Francisco and it got pretty tense. I didn't get to see all of it, but the parts I seen, it got pretty intense. I don't even really know who Regis Prograis' trainer is, to be honest, but he was almost like Rolly's trainer, Bullet, in the fact that he had a lot to say and he was jumping in at the, it really reminded me of when Tank Davis was fighting Rolly, and then you had Bullet, which is Rolly's coach, who was kind of jumping in the mix and saying this, that, and the third and egging him on. And then Gervonta Davis was like, you trash, Booker T. You know, I don't really know much. No offense. I don't know much about Regis Prograis' current trainer, but he had a lot to say. He said, we're going to call Tank, and Devin Haney was like, call whoever you want. It was some pretty good back and forth. They're doing their part to sell the fight. Now, the fight in and of itself is a great fight. I'm looking forward to it. Regis Prograis did not look that sensational in his last performance versus that Zorilla dude. But at the end of the day, he's still a champion. He's a good fighter. He has power. And this is Devin Haney's very first fight in a new weight class. Speaking of new weight class, your boy Ego has told you time and time again, several times over, I'm the best in the business, and it's not even close. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. Now, one thing that I've said with my series, often imitated but never duplicated, Ego Weight Watchers, aka ILL. I told you I've been around Devin Haney. I've interviewed Devin Haney, and this is stemming back to when he was like 15, 16. And to see him now, he's definitely filling out as a young man. Pause. That sound crazy. Cameron and Mace, no, that's a pause. So you could tell he's just maturing. Is what happens. He's maturing as an adult, and it's definitely showing because at this Regis Prograis face-off, it's not a surprise to me, but some of you guys will be surprised. Look, let me enlarge it for you guys. That is how Devin Haney looked in the face-off with a guy who's already at 140 pounds. You see what I'm saying? So this is Regis Prograis, who is a notable puncher who can get you out of there at 140 pounds, 140-pound champion. And you see Devin Haney hasn't really moved up to the official 140 as of yet. And he looks bigger. Like, not even just because some people just go off of height, because some guys look like, let's say, Ray Vargas. Ray Vargas is tall for his division, but he's not necessarily like a thick, big, stocky, he's not like big. Devin Haney, you look at the fullness of his face and you just look at his shoulders and he just looked big. Like, you know what I'm saying? He looks big for that particular weight class. Now, what does that mean? Ego Weight Watchers. This is Devin Haney at 35. You see his face looks a bit more gaunt. And in the Kambosos fight, pretty much the second fight, I believe, and definitely in the Lomachenko fight, you've seen Devin Haney, who he looked pretty taxed at the division. Now, there are people who are holding out hope, saying that Devin Haney, he was undisputed at 35. They're saying that they believe Devin Haney, even Devin himself said he can come back down to 135 potentially for a big fight. But based on what I'm seeing, I know Devin said it, and I know there's people who believe, because people keep talking about a Shakur Stevenson fight at 35, a fight with Gervonta Davis at 35, who would be the A side in my opinion. I don't see Devin Haney going back to 135. The only way I could see Devin Haney going back is if he loses to Regis Prograis, or if he wins and it's a super tough fight and he feels that his power didn't travel up or his conditioning didn't travel up, or overall he basically feels for some reason that 140 is not his natural fit. Maybe he can move back down, but from the looks of it, he looks very comfortable in this new weight class that he hasn't even officially moved to. And I've stated this before. This is no knock against the new generation, but the fighters of yesteryear are totally different than kind of these modern age fighters in the sense of Rocky Marciano, Marvin Hagler, Floyd Mayweather, Bernard Hopkins, Manny Pacquiao. I believe I want to, my country, I believe. You know, these fighters of yesterday, these legends, like even like Marco Antonio Barrera and stuff like that, they weren't these big, huge lightweights that are bigger. This new generation is different. These, with the advancements in sports medicine and supplementation or whatever, something has changed and evolved in the game to the point where you can have guys who are crunching down into these little divisions. They're just crunching down and their walk around weight is something crazy. And I'm curious what Regis Prograis thought of Devin Haney now that he got to see him up close and personal. Now, I know he's a fighter. I know he's not going to be quote unquote scared, but I'm wondering if he were to keep it real, if he was surprised by Devin Haney looking how Devin Haney looked in the physical when he did the face-off. Now, I don't know if he possibly ran into Devin Haney numerous times, you know, just out and about or at fights. So he might have already known how Devin Haney, you know, is built. But from what I'm seeing, Devin Haney, he looks big. And the thing we know about Devin Haney is he's a workhorse and he's a gym rat. He stays conditioned and he stays in shape. He looked pretty massive next to Regis Prograis, which is interesting. But I will say this. Boxing it's not just about size, because there's guys who are like short, and if you've seen them at the beach, you wouldn't think they had power, like Ruslan Provodnikov. If you just looked up Ruslan Provodnikov and he was at a beach shirtless, you wouldn't be like, oh, this guy got cracks. But looks can be deceiving, especially in boxing. There's a lot of guys who carry a lot of power and they don't necessarily look like it. But then you see a guy who's shredded, like when Tim Bradley was an active fighter, and he doesn't necessarily produce the most power. So Regis Prograis still has the power advantage, but to see these guys face off, it was what I expected, but I know some people, they're going to be surprised given Devin Haney's size moving up. And again, that's a lot of fighters in this new generation. Like even Shakur Stevenson, I don't know how Shakur Stevenson was making featherweight and 130 pounds, because he clearly is somebody who's, as he's moved up to lightweight, he's filling out and he looked like a big lightweight. I seen him next to Terrence Crawford when Crawford was making weight for the Errol Spence fight. And then Shakur looked pretty big next to a welterweight. Drop your thoughts in the comment section. I am looking forward to this fight. I will keep you guys posted. Subscribe. It's free. I'm the best in the business. You dig? Introducing Super Thanks. Right here on the official Boxingego YouTube. Super Thanks allows you, the viewers, to show a little bit of extra gratitude, which enables me as a full-time content creator to push out the content you need in the world of boxing. Underneath all the videos, you will see a heart with the $sign in it. You can enter any amount that you find suitable as a super thanks. A brand new interactive and colorful way to get your comments highlighted and noticed by not only myself, but other people on the YouTube platform. Super thanks, a unique and cool way to show and applaud us full-time content creators. Hopefully you guys enjoy the content. Super thanks. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We work.